Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a book review and it is for The Golden Couple by Greer, Hendricks, and Sarah Pekkanen. This is my second read, so it's my first reread of 2022. I have probably 6 or 7 books that I read towards from the end of last year to a month or so ago that I have not written the reviews for. And so there might be a few more rereads so I can get caught up on my backlog of reviews. No, I'll never ever get caught up on my backlog of books, but my backlog of reviews, that's my plan. Now, this book, first of all, Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen, I have read their other, I read 3 of their other books, which are The Wife Between Us, An Anonymous Girl, and You Are Not Alone. They do have an Audible original called The Getaway, but I haven't listened to that yet. So this would be my 4th book by them. They write exceptional thrillers. I believe if I check my Goodreads, I gave those other books 5 stars. On my first read, which was in January, I thought it was longer ago than that, I gave this one 5 stars, but like I said, I never got the review written, and that's what I'm doing today. Now, the question that how I can start this review is by asking this question. Can Avery fix a marriage in 10 sessions? In her 10-session plan, can she restore a broken marriage? Now, Avery is a former therapist and now she is a consultant. Well, why is she a former therapist and why is she counseling married couples? In fact, why is she counseling anybody since she's no longer a therapist? And why is she no longer a therapist? Well, a scathing article was written about her less than orthodox practices and she lost her license. So she still practices, but under the title consultant. Her latest couple are Matthew and Marissa. Marissa is the one that gets in touch with Avery and hires her. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to hide the wrinkled shirt. Hires her to work with her and her husband Matthew to restore their marriage. Now, the reason that Marissa and Matthew were in trouble on the I guess on the outside, I guess I'll use that term, is because Marissa had slept with somebody. She says she slept with somebody at her gym one time, and she's truly apologetic about it and wants to forget about it, and she wants her marriage to work. That is Marissa's goal. So she hears about Avery, and she brings Matthew along with her to see Avery under the guise that they are there to help their 8-year-old son who had previously been a victim of bullying. So when they get there and they're sitting down, the first thing that Avery notices is their body language. They're sitting close enough to touch, but they're not touching. So that's the first thing Avery notices. The second thing is as they start talking, Marissa says, well, no, actually, I'm here because I have a confession to make. So Matthew is shocked. She has a confession to make? What is her confession? She committed adultery, but only the one time. But I'm so sorry. I'm so repentant. I want another chance. Matthew, I love you. I don't want our marriage to end. Now, Avery has to decide if she can work with this couple and if she can use her 10-session plan. And each session has has a name. And in the process of working on these 10 steps with this couple, they have to make certain promises and certain commitments to her, and she in turn will make certain commitments to them, and then hopefully they can revive their marriage. Well, that's the setup. That is the setup. They're called the Golden Couple because they have everything. They have a gorgeous home. They had what appeared to be a happy marriage. They have a lovely 8-year-old son. But now everything is broken. This golden couple is starting to tarnish. I don't know why I said that, but that's what's happening. So, will Avery and her what is deemed unusual methods do be enough to bring Matthew and Marissa back together? Here's the thing: secrets and lies on many levels. Okay, did you get that? Something happens or has been happening, and everybody has something to hide. And then there's a side story. There's two side stories. We'll talk about Avery's side story. Avery's side story is a previous client or somebody that's connected to a previous client won't let her go as far as harassment. Another side story is Marissa owns a little shop called Coco's, and her employee is acting very, very, very strange. And there's drama on that end. Those are the side stories. Meanwhile, these sessions are happening. Session 1, Session 2, Session 2.5 even, Session 3, Session 4. And then Avery's drama is happening. Marissa's drama with her workmate is happening. And Marissa and Matthew are trying to fix what's broken in their relationship. So, that's it. That is the golden couple. Okay? I love this duo. Sometimes it's wordy, sometimes even repetitive. But what it is always is thrilling, is exciting, is compelling. It's always all of those things. And I'm telling you something, I have a therapist. But my therapist, I see him on a schedule. And until I see him again, that's the only time I see him. Well, Avery's unorthodox methods were nothing like what I'm experienced with. As a matter of fact, I kept like kind of watching this all unfold, because Avery would show up at their job. She would show up at the kids' school. She would show up here. She would show up there. She was in their business, in their life, and her methods, she felt they were proven. So she was unapologetic about the way she approached things. So that's why I would say that this is such a good book, because you're watching this unfold and you're like, no way. But yes, way. And like I said, you had a lot of drama. You had a lot, whether it was lies, whether it was secrets, whether it was the character development in the book, whether it was what happened in the end, whether it was the thrilling conclusion, whether it was the twists and turns, what about the red herrings, all of that. Yeah, The Golden Couple. Hopefully you'll read it. That's it for now. Bye-bye.